Paschal weekend begins with Friday night vesper, followed by circling the church with banners, candles, and singing. Christ dies on Holy Friday, and his funeral is held Friday evening at the service of Lamentations, with a procession of circling the church 3 times, the veneration of his body. The service ends and everyone heads home for the evening. In preparation for the feast, many cultural traditions are performed, like decorating eggs and wooden crosses. Christ dies and is risen on the third day being Pascha. The resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead is the center of the Orthodox Christian faith. Paschal Matins begins with the procession that starts around midnight. The congregation leaves the dark church building. They sing, they behold banners, candles, and icons. The resurrection and gospel is read and the Paschal Troparion is sung for the first time. The procession circles the outside of the church and returns to the closed front doors. The priest beats the doors and takes part in a dialogue with the interlocutor, crying out the words of Psalm 23, "Lift up your head, O you gates, and be exalted, you everlasting doors, that the King of glory may enter in." The doors are open and the faithful re-enter. Christ is risen from the dead, trampling down death by death, and upon those in the tombs bestowing life. The following entrance to the church, the Paschal Canon, subscribed to St. John Chrysostom, is chanted. Christ is risen. St. John's Paschal letter is a calling for everyone to rejoice and celebrate the resurrection of Christ. Rich or poor, master or slave, rejoice because Christ has risen from the dead, trampling on death by death. Next, Paschal Divine Liturgy begins with the singing once more of the festive Troparion with the verses of Psalm 67. Again, the Troparion is repeated over and over, and so is the baptismal verse from the Galatians. As many have been baptized into Christ, have put on Christ. Galatians 3:27. The antiphons of the liturgy are special song verses, raising and glorifying the salvation of God. The readings take the faithful back again into the beginning and announces creation and recreation of the world through the living God, his Son, Jesus Christ. The epistle reading is the first 9 verses of the book of Acts. The gospel reading is the first 17 of the Gospel of John. It is customary on the day to read the Gospel in several different languages. After the reading of pericope, the priest usually delivers his sermon. Many parishes take the Paschal sermon of St. John Chrysostom literally and commune all Orthodox Christians who are in attendance. To Orthodox Christians, receiving communion on Easter Sunday is very important. The celebration of Pascha reveals the mystery of the 8th day. It is not merely a historic reenactment of the event of Christ's resurrection. It is a way to experience the new creation and taste the world of the new, unending kingdom of God. Christ is risen. He is truly risen.